Last week, we got the early projections for Disney's new live action Snow White movie that's set to come out about 1 month from now. And things were not looking too good for it. This article from Deadline was talking about it. It said it was projected to get around $63 million to $70 million domestically during its opening weekend, which is just miserable for a movie like this because the budget has reportedly been around $400 million. And this isn't speculation either. There's actually tax filings and other things like that to give an idea of what the budget was for it. So for a movie of that scale, they need to make at least $1 billion at the global box office in order to just hope to break even. And with a $63 to $70 million opening weekend, that basically says that this movie, when it's all said and done, is probably going to lose hundreds of millions of dollars for Disney. So I think because of this news, Disney was trying to panic, and they put out another video to try to promote it, because all the trailers that they've released so far and every video they released so far has just been getting heavily criticized and ratioed on social media. So they put out this new video to promote it. It's about a 1 minute long one over here on their official YouTube channel. And you can see it's only been out for 4 hours and it's already heavily ratioed, because pretty much everything that they do surrounding this movie just isn't going over well. I mean, no one wants this movie. No one is looking forward to this movie. And I'll even play it back. Okay, this little bit at the start isn't bad. I mean, that's kind of clever how they do that, but this doesn't look anything special. It just looks kind of like a lifeless cash grab of a movie. And that's what most people are kind of taking this as, but it's one that they're trying to send a message. Of course, as a result, they're not going to actually make any money. It's just a cash loss movie right there. But we've seen this stuff before in previous trailers. Maybe there's some new shots or whatever, but still, there's nothing here that's actually getting people excited to watch this movie. If anything, people are just more excited to see how bad this movie is actually going to do and then talk about that. Unless the consensus on social media and online is just so far off and that this movie actually is going to do good after all, which if that happens, I will be excited to talk about that and report on that, because that would just be the funniest thing in the world if this movie turned out to be a huge hit and everyone loved it. But I'm not really expecting that. Right now, it's looking like this movie is going to be a huge disaster for them. And if that happens, it's more or less what we've all come to expect right now. But not only is this have a huge dislike ratio on it, but I mean, if you scroll down in the comments, there's really nothing positive about this. I mean, okay, I'll rephrase it. Maybe there's some few positive comments, but the consensus over here is that people are not looking forward to this. So I'm going to give this movie some compliments. That's just about where all the good stuff ends. Who is the fairest of them all? Snow White, Incontrollable, laugh all over the world. Actually, it would be funny if they just added a laugh track to that. For the first time, a movie will not be pirated by the masses. Yeah, I guess this is an anti-piracy movie. Whistle while you work, me whistling while I pass the theater. I'm so proud of Lord Farquaad for landing the lead role in this movie. Well, you get the idea. The comments on here aren't that good, and you go over to X and it's pretty much all the same because they shared this out over on their official account, and the comments for this are not much better. Snow White, the resistance fighter, I hope this movie burns. I'd rather eat the poison apple. Why are you all doing this to Walt? Yep, that's a good question. I mean, but they've already crapped on Walt Disney's legacy, so I guess they don't care. Zegler guaranteed this movie would fail. Enjoy your wasted money. How long before you lock the tweet? I don't think they're really going to lock it, because they have a habit of posting this sort of thing and then just kind of leaving it open and just let it fill with these type of comments and then move on to the next thing. Not a chance in HE double hockey sticks will I ever watch this rubbish, and there is nobody I know that will either. I hope this flops and gets binned to never be seen by any eyes again. You know, it'd be funny if they actually just scrapped it for like the tax write-off like Disney has done with some of their other projects. It was over mainly their Disney Plus ones, but still it'd be kind of funny if they did that with this one. I think Walt Disney is turning in his grave. Actually, just going back to the whole tax write-off thing, if they did that right now, it'd be a huge embarrassment for them, but it would probably be better off for them just to use it as a tax write-off as opposed to trying to put it out in the theaters and seeing how much they can make on it. Well, or maybe they're just going to try to write off their losses from that, which right now, like I said earlier, it looks like it's going to be pretty substantial. I hate you all ruined Snow White. She is no longer the character Disney was built on. You stripped her of her innocence, and all for a manufactured social media movement. A social media movement that we have found out is been dead for a couple of years now, but because movies take years to produce, Disney is just kind of behind the curve on this one. But not only are the main comments right here really bad, I like it when they have the hidden replies on these sort of things, because you can just look on that, and to me, those are usually the best ones. But when I was clicking on it, this is what you get. It's nothing too bad or anything like that. Like this one, it's a gift from Snow White. For some reason, they thought it was good to hide that. I guess they don't want to draw the comparison to the original, or maybe the people who are making this one and marketing it are like Rachel Zegler herself, where they hate the original movie, and that's why they want to hide any mention of it. So you hide this gift right here. Like I said, it wasn't even making fun of it, but that has to go. Trash. Okay, that's insulting towards it, but no worse than any of the other comments that were on there. The original, the best. Okay, fair enough. Absolute cinema. Like again, do these look so bad that they would hide these from the comments? I mean, I know they're being sarcastic, some of them, like absolute cinema right there, but still, is it so bad that they're going to put these in the hidden replies section? That's a good one in response to this. But you're getting the idea. No matter where you go, it doesn't seem like anyone is really excited about this movie. I think at most you're going to get people who are watching it out of curiosity, and that opening weekend numbers that they're projecting right now, the 63 to 70 million dollars. I think those numbers are basically people who are not really excited about this movie, but are just kind of curious about like how bad it can be, and they're willing to actually pay just to see how bad this movie is going to be. Personally, I think it looks awful. And even without all the comments that Rachel Zegler has made in the past about why she doesn't like Snow White and how she thought the old story or the original story was problematic and other things like that, and saying the prince is a stalker. I mean, just look at this. If you didn't know anything about the background about this movie and you just saw this trailer, is it something that really gets you excited about wanting to watch it? Like if you're a fan of the original Snow White movie and you didn't know anything about the production, none of Rachel Zegler's comments or anything like that, and you saw this trailer, would it make you really want to watch the movie? And I'm thinking, no, there's nothing special about this. It just looks like another soulless Disney live action remake of something. And there's really nothing here that would actually bring in new audiences or even bring in some of the old Disney audiences and a lot of the people who grew up with the original movie. This movie is made for no one. It's just Disney said, we have the rights to this, so we're going to remake it, and didn't put much thought into it. Well, come to find out, you're not just going to make money by just remaking your stuff. Yeah, they've had some luck in the past doing that sort of thing, but that's not going to stand anymore. People are tired of these soulless live action remakes because the novelty has since worn off. So you actually have to give them something and an incentive to actually go and see it in the theaters. And this movie just isn't it. And if Disney doesn't learn their lesson from this and decide like, okay, we need to put some more thought into these live action remakes, they're just going to continue to lose hundreds of millions of dollars on them. But let me know what you think about this in the comment section below. Did you see this new video and what did you think about it when you saw it? Does it look like it would actually get you to want to watch the movie, or do you just not care? Comment below. And also, if you haven't already, make sure you click that subscribe button if you want to stay up to date with the latest entertainment news. And don't forget to click that like button and share this video out there because it really helps out with the channel. Thank you.